We're still doing this without Spider-Man, I see. Hey, what's up, Nerd fam? This is your boy Gashawn. I want to welcome you to Enter the Nerd. So today we're going to be talking about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. The trailer just came out this morning. Pretty interesting. It's an interesting word for it. But my boy Taylor told me this morning, literally called me this morning, said I needed to watch it. He wanted my reaction, especially because we talked at length about the original film. Let's talk a little bit about that before we get into the trailer. Now, some of the original stuff that I didn't really dig about the first one was kind of the existence of just this version of Venom. How do we have Venom without Spider-Man? It's key. It's literally key, Peter having the symbiote first and then it going on to Brock and then so on and so forth. I think we know the story, but he's extremely important to Peter. Just Spider-Man in general, right? He's one of the biggest villains in Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. Probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular villain in this Rogues Gallery. So how do we create this story without him, right? Now, did I have fun watching the original movie? Sure, just mindless fun and had to take out my comic brain and all that, right? Now, was it a great movie? No. Did they concentrate on the whole buddy cop aspect between, not buddy cop, it's a buddy movie between Venom and Eddie Brock? Sure, that was fun. They had some funny things that were going on in there. But as a person who knows a character from their comic book origins, that part was just, it was still bothering me. I can't ignore it. And that's just me. That's just how I viewed it. If you were a person who didn't care, you put that away and you're like, oh, I love the movie. That's cool. That's all. More power to you, right? But those are my gripes with that, because I'm thinking, how are we going this far with this character who is intrinsically linked to Spider-Man? Now, we're moving on to Carnage, who obviously is an offspring of Venom, but still, if we're going to be doing the maximum Carnage storyline or some part of it, that still involves Spider-Man. That's a Spider-Man storyline. So it's like we're going deeper and deeper into this lore without the main mover of it. Now, I get right now, in the comics, you've seen Venom do some pretty extraordinary things, especially with the whole King in Black storyline. However, Spider-Man is still integral to those things. So it just seems pretty empty. It's not like Sony can't use him. So I figured they would kind of try to get him in here, maybe get him to go from, New York to California or wherever they're at right now. Like, at least inject him somewhere. And it could happen, right? We haven't seen the movie, and it could happen. He could wind up in the movie somehow. But that's still my biggest thing. And I'm looking at the trailer, and I get it. They're still doubling down on, like, the humor between Eddie Brock and all that, and I get it. But it's like, and I get it, this is heavily based off of, like, well, the first movie was based on, like, the Lethal Protector run, right? Okay. But now this is clearly, we're talking about Maximum Carnage, and I think they were showing hints of other people being symbiotes, because he has 3 offspring. He has Toxin, Scorn, and Raze, and I'm wondering if there's going to be a different version of those symbiotes in here. If it is, okay, I want to see how that's going. Is this going to be another one of those, maybe kind of fun to watch movies? Because I didn't hate the trailer. I didn't hate it. I just was like it just bothered me that these characters existed in this way without the most important piece to them. And could it still be good? Could they still focus this on, like, the Clintar? Like, could they do that? Oh, that's the symbiotes, right? Could they still? Sure. But yeah, I just really want to see how this is gonna be. I'm cautiously, I won't even say optimistic. I'm just gonna watch the movie and just take from it what I possibly can. But why isn't Spider-Man any part of this? Like, at least inject him somewhere. That's just my thoughts on what's happening here. And that's really all I can see from the trailer. Does it still look good in terms of the symbiotes? It's still interesting. Still, visually, I think it's appealing. I want to see how Carnage is going to be. I want to see how he looks. I want to see if they're going to do the whole weapon thing, which is weird because Riot, they pretty much did a Carnage before Carnage in this first one, where they had him, like, creating, like, weapons out of that. I felt like that should have been done first with Carnage, and I'm thinking, is Carnage just going to be like a crazy psychotic version of Riot? I don't know. Like, that's where I guess I have to do my thing. And, like, I guess now, Eddie Brock has been talking to him, because now he's like, he's like a reporter and stuff like that, or an investigative journalist. One of those two, they have him in here, so I'm guessing that's where they're gonna go. But yeah, that's just me speculating about this movie and thinking where they're gonna go, especially without the main mover. I know I keep on saying that, but it's a big part of my opinion when it comes to these films, specifically the Venom character. So yeah, let me know what you think. Are you willing to accept a Venom movie or Venom movies without the person that makes them very popular, or you're like, I don't get it. If you're like me, you just don't get how they're gonna keep on doing this, or if they're going to have them intersect at some point. I feel like they should. But yeah, let me know. Let's talk in the comments, and yeah, don't forget, enter the nerd.